Hello, my name is Danielle Cross, and my capstone project is on a company called Future Sneakerheads of America. The mission behind this presentation is to give a snapshot of my capstone project, highlighting the goals, objectives, and tactics used, as well as its progress to date. The campaign that the company is launching, will help Future Sneakerheads of America increase its involvement in the community as well as increase their brand awareness. The shoe drive that was taking place is to basically help raise money, clothes, and shoes for the inner city kids in the local community. And along with helping those children, the company is hoping that they are able to kind of bring some brand awareness not only in the community but as well as on social media. And so there are several relationships that will be developed while preparing for this event. One relationship that will be developed is, the relationship with the local journalist. And in order for their company to be mentioned in local papers and news, local news, and just local radio, you're going to have to basically build a rapport with these journalists and news anchor men and women. The company is also hoping to build relationships with those who reside in the community. The idea of the shoe drive is to help those that live in that area, which is important because a large percentage of the company's revenue comes from those within the local community. So it's kind of like the company is giving back and showing its appreciation as well as helping the children in that area. Okay, so some specific objectives that we hope to achieve is to increase the company's brand awareness in the local community as well as on social media, to increase giving back to the community, increasing their community involvement and corporate social responsibility. And whether people realize it or not, a lot of people don't like doing business or purchasing items or services from companies who don't give back or who are not environmentally friendly. So you want to make sure that you are giving the right impression to your customers and letting them know that you care. The third objective is to be featured in the local newspaper, so they can mention the shoe drive, which will be hosted on June 22nd. The fourth objective is to be featured on the local news channel to cover the days leading up to the shoe drive and the day of. Another objective is to have the shoe drive mentioned on all radio stations locally at least one time every hour leading up to the day of the shoe drive, just to get it kind of start a buzz about it. And the last objective is to bring the sneakerhead community together to raise money, clothes, and shoes for those less fortunate in the area. So bringing them together not only for trading shoes or buying and selling, but to kind of just have a bigger purpose. The strategies that we will use in this campaign, the first one is to increase Facebook presence, targeting specifically those who live in that community. So going out and trying to find on the Facebook website those who live in that area in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia Beach area. The second strategy is to create several press releases discussing the event details. Another strategy is searching for local vendors who may be interested in participating in the shoe drive. Another strategy that we're going to use is to reach out to local journalists, radio stations, and local news to discuss potential features and airtime, to kind of shine a light on the company and as well as the event that they will be hosting. The last strategy is to develop a social media campaign focused on the importance of the community involvement and understanding the value of their customers. So some of the tactics that we're going to use to get this done is basically, one, we're going to request to those who live in the community to be friends with the company's Facebook page. And then we're going to create several promo flyers for the event that provides details of time, place, and the cost of the admission. For example, on this slide, you can kind of see of something of what we would probably use. And the event is called Collecting for a Cause. So this is a promo flyer trying to draw in and, bring in those and gives them all of the information for the event, and it also helps with a little bit of brand awareness. We will also conduct a trivia contest for free admissions to the shoe drive, not only to bring people in, but to create a buzz on Facebook about the event, as well as increasing brand awareness on social media channels. We will also prepare and put together a media kit that we will send out to local newspapers, televisions, and radio contacts that we have gathered over the next few weeks. And the last thing we will do is we will send a pitch letter to the local news and radio channels trying to encourage them to feature the event and the company in their upcoming segments. The success of the campaign will be measured by using Google Analytics, which a lot of companies use, and that's basically to see if there is an increase in followers, how long the users were spending on the website, what were they clicking on, how many clicks did they use. Also, we can use that to see were they accessing the website on their phones, or were they accessing it on their laptops, an iPad, or some type of tablet. It also helps with traffic pattern. Where are they located? So is it a local, more of the users, are they coming from the local area, or is it kind of international? And also we can track things like social media channels like Facebook and Twitter. We can use things like Hootsuite to kind of help us in terms of monitoring and posting tweets and Facebook posts to kind of help and monitor those things as well. Google Analytics will be checked throughout the week, but a report will be constructed every 3 weeks to see if there are any changes in followers and comments on certain posts. So we want to make sure that we are interacting back with our users and our consumers, and we want to make sure that we're not just posting things and then leaving them there for others to engage in conversation. We want to become a part of the conversation. The outcome of the shoe drive can easily be measured by the amount of people and vendors that choose to come to the event and raise money, clothes, and shoes for inner city children. The goal for the mailing list to be increased, the way that we are going to evaluate and measure that is basically, does the mailing list increase? Have we been successful in pulling in more customers and the users that come on the website to actually provide their email addresses to us? So we're just going to see from the point that we started the mailing list to the end of the time period, which basically will be 3 weeks from whenever the mailing list was started, to see how many people have actually been willing to give us their email address. If these goals are not met within a specific time frame, which is specifically, we want to say June 23rd, because that's the day after the shoe drive, we will reevaluate and use a more social media driven plan. Focus solely on social media channels. And I say that because with the day and age that we are in now, social media has blown up to the point where companies can almost market primarily off of social media and be successful. So what we're going to do is, if this shoe drive doesn't go as well as we have hoped, then we're going to do another, because by then we would know what could we have done better. But we will promote it primarily on more social media channels like Instagram, Vine, just take it to another level. And so we're hoping that everything goes as planned and that the company will be happy with our efforts, and that they will see an increase in brand awareness and community involvement and in their mailing list. And so I would like to thank everyone for listening to my presentation, and that's it. Have a good day.